first thing I'm going to look at is your team's team comp. So what do we have here? We've got a Soldier, Bastion, Sig, Kiri, and Moira. So it's not really like a real team comp, but we can make it work. So a big part of doing well in DPS and getting value is playing with your tank, basically, because most people think that playing with your tank means standing behind them. It doesn't always mean that. In fact, most of the time it means you shouldn't do that. It means engaging when they're engaging, right? So when they're taking damage and when they're exchanging damage with the other tank, that's the time where you need to be doing something, because any damage you do before that isn't really going to affect the game unless you get a kill. So timing is very important. You need to be synchronizing your damage when the rest of your team is doing damage, okay? So you've got the Soldier, you've got the Bastion. So the Soldier's probably going to be doing more of a flanky style, which is fine. So with this comp, you can play with your team a bit more because your Moira has limited range on her healing, so she can't heal that from that far away. Kiri can kind of, but I would say you want to kind of be playing with your Sig a lot here.
Okay.
And they have a Mei, so the only things you need to be careful of here are the Mei wall and the sleep dart. Those are going to be the things that ruin you the most. At this point in the game, you haven't actually seen what they have, so there's no way you can know that yet, but once you've identified they've got a Mei and a Ana, you should play differently. So what I want to show you today is how you can play differently based on the map and based on what the other team does, okay?
Okay. And they've got a Zarya, so I think Soldier Bastion's good at Zarya.
Yeah, Bastion's really good at burning Zarya. So I like that you've taken the high ground. Most DPS players don't like high ground. High ground's really, really strong, so I'm glad you decided to go here. So it's okay for you to just sit here and just see what happens, because I like this angle because eventually the fight's going to either end up over here or over here. Sometimes when you get to a higher rank, the teams will ignore the point and go straight here just because it's a nicer position, and they'll fight for this position. So I'm glad you decided to come here, but one thing I will say about playing in low ranks is that you don't always have to be optimum. So the optimum play is to go here and take this high ground, right? If your team doesn't do that and you still try to take it alone, then you're throwing. So it's only optimum if your team comes with you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. So if you're just there by yourself, it's just kind of bad, but yeah.
Yeah, but if your team all goes there, it's the best position. So you drop, that's fine, you help the team. Everyone gets rolled, okay. Can't really, not much to say about that. Just clean up kills now. So what I want you to get into the habit of doing is at the end of every fight, you are setting up for the next fight, okay? You're not, once the kills are cleaned up like they are now, the only thing you should be thinking is, how am I going to set up for the next fight? So you want to think, first of all, where is that fight going to be? And how am I going to put myself in the best spot for the fight, okay? So judging from what's happened here, I would say that the next fight is going to happen somewhere around this area, right?
So set up on like the high ground.
Yeah, so the most optimum position, I would say, or what I would call a premium position, would be here. But this is probably not the premium position because you have to consider that they can come from here. So the premium position will probably be around here. So you can do lots of damage if the fight's here. And if you get pushed, you have the option to just do this and disengage.
Yeah, okay.
So let's see what you do. So there's one behind, fine. You could chase that, you could not chase it. She's going to die either way. So we stay on the low ground, which is not the end of the world, but I will just stand here and let you see what would have happened. Let's see what you do first. So you're going forward right now. Do you know where your team is?
No idea.
So
that's probably not a good thing.
Yeah, a good Mei here would just put a wall behind you and you're dead.
Yeah. Okay.
So she did. That's exactly what she did. Yeah. So this is where it comes to looking at what your tank's doing, because your tank dictates where the fight happens and when it happens. You don't dictate when the fight happens. You just do damage when the fight happens.
Yeah.
So right now you are dictating, and if you played against good players, you would be dead here. Maybe you do die, but your Sig's here, so the fight should be happening where the Sig is, right? So the Sig dictates where the fight is. So he's here, so the fight should be happening here. Therefore, you should be up here, letting your Sig take the damage, so that you can do damage to them, right? But you're not letting the Sig take damage. You're taking damage yourself. So, meaning that you might die here. You should die.
I think I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, you live. So now the fight is happening exactly where I said it would. This is where the fight is happening. So what you just did a minute ago wasn't the fight. That was you just like feeding before the fight, right? That wasn't the fight. This is now the fight, and look where you are. You're on the point, which is not very good. So let's go back to that premium position earlier. Imagine you were there now. You could literally, this Moira would be dead. Well, she dies anyway. But you would have free reign. You could help your carry with this D.Va. You could shoot backline. You have many more options, right? So you need to, it's not really your job to be pushing the point in this situation. And on the push game mode, you should prioritize winning the fight over pushing the point.
Okay.
But you win the fight anyway, which is fine. But I think we can both agree you could have been positioned better. So you would be, this D.Va would be dead.
Yeah,
but it's okay.
So they take high ground, the D.Va and the soldier there.
Yeah, that's really good. And you could have denied that completely.
Yeah.
But the enemy team has kind of messed up by rotating up here because the point's going this way. Yeah. So they messed up by doing that. So okay, I mean it's fine. You're pushing for free. So now I'd say this fight's over. They might try to dive in, but if they do, they're gonna die. If they're smart, they'll just disengage. So the fight's basically over now. So I'll be saying, I mean they're kind of baiting you. So we'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. They might try to fight here. If they should die if they try to fight though.
And they've staggered.
And you're pushing for free. Like just remember, like there's one thing I always say is that you don't need to make a play if you're pushing for free, right? You only need to make a play when the point's contested. There's no need to make a play now. Basically all you have to do is stay alive. Okay, so they've just thrown. So now they've got to do a really big rotation. So how are you going to set up for the next fight? So I'll give you some options.
Go high ground up here, yeah.
Yeah, so you could go main, which is a bit botty. You go up here, which takes, you can't really get up there in time. So the premium position in this situation is probably this angle, right? Look how much you can get done from here.
Yeah.
So let's see what you do.
I think I die here actually.
Yeah, we're okay. So, like I said, you're pushing for free and no need to make a play, but it is useful to set up in a good position. So now when the point's contested, that's your time to make a play. But they just left. Yeah, there's no... So you're walking towards these people when you don't need to. So if you would have done the exact same thing, but walked back instead of forward, you would have lived here. So if you look what's happening with the point, nobody's actually looking at you or them. So the only one looking at them is you, and you basically just put yourself in a 3v1, right? They got 3 guys looking at you, shooting you, and your team is what? They're not even looking. They have no idea what's going on. So I think that when you saw these people pushing, the option should have been to just come back here. That's it. That's it. Because remember, you're pushing for free. You don't have to do anything if you're pushing for free.
Yeah. And then my Sig could have gone and killed them or create space or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
But instead, you walk into them, which makes it easy for them to kill you. But it's okay. So I'll say this: your main source of kills is going to be your form. So when you press shift. So you have to be really careful to not waste it and use it at a time where the fight's really kicking off. Because if you use it like this, now you've got a 12-second cooldown. So you've got to ask yourself, in the next 12 seconds, is there going to be a better opportunity to use it than that? Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
So, okay, imagine you had it right now. You got it. So it's on a 10-second cooldown right now. Imagine you had your form right now. That Moira's dead. The Moira's dead. The Kiri's dead. You literally get a triple kill.
Yeah.
But you wasted it on a D.Va that's not going to die.
So I should be more like careful about how I use my.
Yeah. So I'm gonna write this. I'm gonna write some stuff down just so I don't forget. I'd like you to turn around more and see where your team is, because a lot of the time you have no idea where your team is, which is like, so the best way to position is like based off what your team does, right? So you position based on what your team does, but if you don't know what your team's doing, there's no way you can position well.
Okay. Yes, I'm just here by
because I'll look where my tank's standing and I'll say, oh, my tank's standing here, so I'm going to stand here, right? But if you don't know where he's standing, how can you make that decision? So you got big, so their D.Va's alone, okay? So let's zoom out and see where we think the fight's going to be. So the card's here. They're most likely going to push it under here. So the fight's going to be around here, right?
Okay.
So
I'm in a.
I like that you use the high ground a lot. You should do that more.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a good angle. You could consider completely hiding from them so they don't push you until the fight starts, or you could just start shooting them. But you have to be aware that your team is not with you right now. Anyone you shoot, you're not going to get any help. because they're looking. They're looking at something else.
I was trying to poke the D.Va here, I think.
Yeah, that's fine.
I did nothing though.
Yeah, just make sure you don't die. That's all you need to do in this situation. Okay, let me go back there. Let's go back. Let's go back. Okay, so you use your form. What do you think this Mei's gonna do when you shoot her?
Wall up.
What else can she do?
Freeze.
So she can ice block and she can wall herself. Meaning that even if you shoot her right now and you think you're gonna kill her, you won't kill her. So the better play is so you have to fight a Mei with that knowledge. Fight the Mei knowing that when you shoot her, she's gonna use that. So instead of just dropping and trying to kill her, because right now you think you can kill her, right?
Yeah.
But now you're gonna know that you're not gonna kill her. As soon as you shoot her, she's gonna use ice and freeze and ice and wall. Sorry. So the better play here is just to shoot her until she uses the wall, and then she's wasted a 10-second cooldown for nothing. Yeah, and she walls. So the reason you died is because you thought you could kill her. And you could have done the exact same thing that you did from the high ground. There was no actual reason to drop. You don't do any more damage at that range.
No.
In fact, it just makes you easier to kill.
Yeah, I don't know why I dropped, to be honest.
Yeah, everyone does it. I do it. Everyone does it, but it's a really bad habit. So now the fight's actually started, and then you're not there, you know?
I'm not there, yeah.
You don't have any other dive heroes, really. You could argue that Kiri is, but for the most part, you're going to be diving alone, which is okay. You just need to change your playstyle. When you're diving alone, you play differently to when you're diving as a team. When you're diving alone, you look for isolated targets that are easy kills, and you go for them. And you've got to play quite patient with Genji, so you've got to poke and poke until you see an opportunity, then you dash into them and kill them.
Okay.
So just poke, poke, poke. You cannot dash in now. So if there's no... Whenever you dash in, you have to have a reason. Don't ever dash in for no reason. It has to have a purpose. Because you'll die if you do it with no purpose. And also, you want to deflect with a purpose. So deflecting spam like that is a bad use of deflect. Your deflect basically buys you time to not die.
Okay.
Think of it like a maze ice block. You get a few seconds where you can't die if you use it. It's not for farming ult charge and deflecting spam. There are exceptions. If there's a ridiculous amount of damage coming towards you, then yeah, you should do it. But like deflecting some Genji shot, I can't even speak. Deflecting some soldier and D.Va shots are not enough for you to use deflect. If you have to use deflect in that situation, it means you're just standing in a bad place. So
that's just a waste of cooldown as well.
Yeah, it's a complete waste of cooldowns. You use your deflect and your dash, and what did you actually accomplish? Nothing. All you did was... So you have no health, you have no dash, no deflect, and you accomplished nothing with it.
So I could have just climbed up to the high ground.
Of course. Yeah, you didn't have to dash. You could have just climbed and just shot from here, shoot. Look at this. You could even, if you wanted to be really technical, you could just come up here and they wouldn't even look. You could just shoot them from here. And then when you get them low, so if maybe you hit a couple of shurikens on this soldier, he gets low, dash in, kill him, then you just dash out or dash to someone else, yeah?
Yeah. And kill the Kiri maybe.
Yeah, they're both low. You could get 2 kills right now. But if you had your dash and deflect right now and full health, you could have killed those 2. But you can't because you wasted everything. So think of your health as like a resource as well as your cooldowns. So I'm not really going to critique your aim. Aim is just a thing that comes with time. So I'm just going to fix what you can fix right now. Dashing to escape, I'm okay with. You're pretty dead here. Yeah, that's okay. So we're back in. Where's our team? We've got 2 here. Where's our tank? Our tank's dead. When your tank's dead, you can't really push. It's really, really difficult. The only way you can push without a tank is if you kill stuff first. So this space belongs to them currently. The best that you can do is find like a cheeky angle to just farm some ult. Because your blade can carry, but you throwing shurikens can't carry. So a nice little cheeky angle could just be like down here, back here. Because you can climb through this window, so you could I don't know. It would take a bit longer, but when your tank's dead, it means you've got time to go for these weird angles because you can't do anything until he's back anyway. So you might as well put yourself in an optimum place. I mean, here's fine. Even in this doorway is fine. You could just standing in this doorway and just left click, you know, just spamming. Yeah, you're not going to kill anything, but just farm your blade. Farm your blade. That's a good kill. So that's good, but now you need to focus on not dying. I mean, you're not really in any danger right now. I would say that you could, because the D.Va's running away. Let's take a quick look at where your team is. Well, where are they?
I don't know.
So your soldier's taking a flank right now.
Yeah. Okay. I could go for the Mei.
You have no heal. Yeah, you have no heal. You have nothing. But well, you have your dash. Your dash is all you have. So yeah, you could go for this. But remember what we said before. Like when you shoot her, she's gonna ice block and wall.
Yeah. Okay.
So you could risk fighting her, but it's like this is like a 50-50 right now. It's okay to take 50-50 sometimes, but if you...
I should just disengage.
Yeah, if you die here, then it's going to be a big problem for your team because they're all going to have to wait for you. So I'd say, I mean, you could do it. If you're confident in your ability to kill her, do it. But just be aware that if you die, it's a big feed. But you got what you did to the soldier, I liked. You deflected his visor and then you killed him, which is great. You're good. You disengage. Perfect. And she wastes the wall. Good. So out of a fight, there's nothing you could do. Your tank was there. There's nothing you could do. You still managed to get a kill out of it, which is good. You got a kill out of it, and you got some ult charge, and you stayed alive. Good. Now, now what are you gonna do? How are you gonna approach this fight? Let's have a look. So based on what you can see here, what do you think your team should do?
Wait for Sig and just damage.
Yeah. So your soldier's currently trying to take an angle, which is great, but he's not there yet, so we can't do anything. So yeah, poke, maybe give him a little bit of space. I think is a solution here because you can't. This fight in this state, the fight's not winnable. Yeah, you have a kill on their soldier, but the fight's not winnable. Both their supports have ult. So the solution, well, the play is to disengage here. Where do you think the fight's going to be? I'm going to give you options. So I'm going to say A, B, or C.
A to B, I'd say.
A to B, yeah, I agree. I would say B. I'd say this corner is where the fight's going to happen. Because by the time your Sig gets back, the cart's going to be here. So now that because try not to fight where the car is right now, where it's going to be when the tank gets there. So your Sig's probably going to stand here. Where are you going to stand based off the Sig? I mean, you got a lot of options here. We'll say A, B, C. Yeah, C will be here. C or here. It's both C. So you got A on the left, B on the right, C main.
A or C, I'd say.
Yeah. B is very aggressive. You could do it, but it's very aggressive. And if you got your soldier there, there's no need for you to be there. So I would say, poking from here would be nice. I'd say there's a bit of a trick question. The answer would be to poke here until it becomes unsustainable, and then back off and poke from here. By that time, your Sig will be back. We don't want to make any plays until our Sig's there. Dashing in right now is not an option. Okay, suddenly dashing in is an option because now both their DPS are dead. They have an ulting Kiri. That's fine. You don't have a deflect, you have your dash. I wouldn't say dash in right now. I would say walk forward. Because you could probably contest the car. Like, now that they can't win the fight anymore, there's no need to let them push any longer. So when they were back there with all their cooldowns, it was okay to let them push. It's okay to let them push when they have the advantage. They no longer have the advantage. So I'm not saying dash in. I'm saying walk forward and contest the cart because they don't deserve to be. They're not strong enough to be able to push it for free anymore.
Okay.
Especially now your Sig's back. So now your Sig's back. Now is your time to make a play. So we see a Moira here. We've got a Kiri here. These are your targets. So now's your time for aggression. I'm not necessarily saying dashing. I'm saying be aggressive. That's unfortunate that you died to the Moira ult. That's obviously you can't deflect that. So maybe you shouldn't have dashed in actually, because like I said before, dashing in without a purpose. And remember how dash works. When you kill someone with your dash, you get another dash, right?
Yeah.
So try not to dash something you're not going to kill.
Yeah.
So I said it was a good dash, but it wasn't a good dash.
Okay.
So dashing with purpose. The purpose of your dash was what? Like to gain like 1 ult charge? To do like 10, 20, 30 damage, whatever it is?
I just saw a button, I just had to press it.
Yeah. But you need to dash with purpose, because if you... This is a purpose to dash, these two.
Yeah.
So if you get to this position by just walking, then dash into these, then I'm okay with it. I'm not okay with the dashing on the D.Va.
We're not onto a full health D.Va with 2 pockets.
Yeah. It's only going to end one way. But it's okay. Okay, we're back. Same fight. Same situation, really. You've seen that Mei use Ice Block, which makes her a target. So your soldier needs help as well. So right now you have a reason to dash. You have 2 reasons to dash. The reason 1, your soldier needs help. Reason 2, the Mei used her ice. So you've got 2 reasons to dash right now. You just got another reason to dash. Then Moira just used Fade, and she's down here 1 HP. So you just gain another reason to dash. There's another reason to dash. Their Kyria just used Cleanse. You see? These are the opportunities I'm talking about. You be patient until you see these things happening, and those are your keys to go in.
You take them and you go for a kill.
Yeah, the Moira's use Fade, the Mei's use Ice, and the Kyria's use their Cleanse. That's 3 reasons to dash. Okay, dash, good. And you get instantly rewarded, look at that.
Free dash.
So now you're looking for another opportunity. You have your Blade also. I would say, I wouldn't be against, the Kyria use Cleanse, I would say Blade here, right now. Dash up, Blade, kill 1 or 2, win the fight. This is a good opportunity to Blade.
I'm not sure what I do here, actually. I might Blade him. Yeah.
Good. Good, and you get instantly rewarded. Surprise, surprise. Deflect. It's okay. Same result. Dash when you get it. Clean up. Good. Good, you played that well. So that fight is an example of playing well. The only thing I'll say is that it took you too long to realise you needed to dash in.
Yeah.
But when you did. And do you see how you got instantly rewarded for it? And if you would have dashed at the wrong time, you would have instantly died. And you would have got instantly punished. It's a fine balance. So I wouldn't chase her too much. I mean,
I think we might kill her. Maybe not.
You hear her. I mean, she's quite hard to 1v1, especially after the update.
Yeah. I tried to 1v1 her. I don't think it wasn't this game. It was a different game. I died like four times to a Moira.
And she T-vowed you. That's even worse. I wouldn't recommend 1v1 in a Moira that's full HP. Because she has to, like, for you to kill her, you've got to hit really good shots. For her to kill you, she's just got to hold right click.
Yeah.
So it's like not a 50-50 unless you're really confident in your ability. Okay, we've just used both support ults. Now you should be playing aggressive. Look for a reason to dash in. So they've just popped 2 ults. That's a reason to not dash in, right?
Okay. They've
just popped Visor and Moira ult. So
I go in now,
you're going to get deleted if you go in now. And they still have Ice Block, they have Bubble, like, you do not have a reason to go in right now.
Nice.
I don't like that dash, I don't like the deflect at all. I'll tell you why I don't like it. Because in a second, you're going to get an opportunity to dash in, and you're not going to have your deflect when the opportunity comes. Or you might just die, you're just going to die before.
Dash into a wall.
Yeah, you might have lived if the dash was better.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I should have dashed into the building on the...
Yeah, you could have dashed there, you could have dashed behind you.
I just kind of panicked and just like...
Yeah, it's okay. It happens. Okay, so it's the same procedure every time. You just put your tank's not there, you poke, poke, poke. When your tank's there, be aggressive, look for an opportunity. So I'm just going to play it this time, and I want you to tell me when there's an opportunity, okay?
Okay.
So you got Zarya now. Do you think that was a good deflect?
No. Apart from the orb.
You had to deflect it so you didn't die, yeah. But
I could have definitely used it better because no one's looking at me, no one's...
Yeah, you did have to use it, I agree. You had to use it there. But why did you have to use it?
I was poking, I was...
Yeah, you were poking, but...
Too aggro.
Yeah, too aggro. I mean, yes, it's good to be aggro, but you need to consider more what your tank's doing. I mean, your tank's here, yeah, he's in, but he's not actually, like, looking at any of this. So you try to look at what your tank's looking at more, or like, I mean, it's okay to poke it. It's a bit of unlucky timing. I'll say it's unlucky timing, but it could have been prevented by just a little bit more passive. You like sometimes the difference between winning or losing is like holding here instead of here, you know, and that's really finicky for a gold level game. But if your team's bad and their team's good, then sometimes something small as this is the difference between winning or not. And sometimes to climb out of a rank, you have to play perfectly, which is unfair because you can be better than people in your rank and not win, which is annoying. But so you have to carry to actually climb. You've got to carry, like, because if I go into, I'm a top 500 player. If I go into a gold game, I won't win every game.
Really?
I won't win every game. I'll win most of them, yeah. But sometimes and sometimes it will be the difference of something like this. I'll be like completely carrying the game, yeah. But because I played slightly too aggressive in this one fight, it meant that we lost the game. So even if it is a small issue, then you need to iron it out. And I'm not going to flame you too much for this because it's not a bad angle. It's just that there's no attention on you. Like, let's think about it like this. What options do these guys have to look at right now? Who can they shoot?
Just me.
Only you, yeah. So you need to avoid putting yourself in that position where the only thing they can shoot is you. Because of course all three of them are going to look at you and shoot you if there's nothing else to look at. So this aggression, so this would be an example of when I say be aggressive. This is like aggressive poking. Yeah?
Yeah.
Aggressive poking's good when in the right situation. Right now,
So
I'd say still be the high guy. This is probably a nicer angle shooting. Like, so you could isolate yourself from these guys and just shoot this Mei if you were here, and no one can look at you or see. No one even knows you're there. You could just be silently shooting this Mei, right?
Yeah.
Because I thought this was I thought this was your Zarya, but I've just realised that that's their Zarya. Your Zarya's here, and she needs help, and no one's helping her. These guys, your Lucio can't help her. Your Kiriko's trying to help her, but she can't. The only one that can actually help your Zarya right now is you.
So I should move to the other window.
So yeah, so I think that this was not the time for aggressive poking, because aggressive poking's good when you're trying to push, but right now we're not trying to push. We're trying to make sure our Zarya doesn't die. So I'm gonna watch this fight again. With this time with the lens of like, where is my tank? Let's see how many times. Like, do you ever even look to see where your tank is? Because it's really important. Your tank dictates the fight completely.
Yeah, my issue is I go in and like, say like I stagger a lot. So if I go in and it's just me there, I tend to like fight.
Yeah.
Instead of, I don't look around and see, oh, someone's dead.
So all it would
I've
take
got
right
that
now,
awareness.
all it would take right now is for you to just be playing as you normally do, but just try to force yourself into the habit of occasionally just taking a glance. I'm not saying turn around and play like this. I'm saying just take a glance and just see where they are. So right now, it's not a time to take an aggressive angle, is it?
No.
They're only going to look at you if you do that. Look. Look where your tank is. All it would have took is for you to just, because you know that, if you actually looked, you'd probably know that I shouldn't go in right now. But because you didn't even look, there's no way you could know. Like, if I was playing with the information that you had, and I wasn't allowed to look behind, then maybe I'll do the same. But as soon as you see this, you realise, I can't push right now.
Yeah, so I should be looking behind and...
Yeah, just a
making
little
sure
glance, that's it.
people
Just to see where they are, that's it. And you would know that your Zarya's just gone into this room, and you'd say, okay, my Zarya's going here, so this is no longer an option. So it would be a simple rotation of this. Now, you can shoot the Mei in the back for free. Probably force her to use Ice Block, force her to use Wall.
my Zarya can get out and she
Yeah.
can...
By doing that, you've created an opportunity to dash for yourself. So instead of waiting for someone on your team to create an opportunity for you, you could create your own opportunity right now. By just shooting her, you shoot her a little bit, she'll use her ice. Then you've got a reason to dash.
So I should be like making opportunities instead of just...
So instead of waiting for opportunities, like, because his shurikens are hard to hit. So if there's ever an opportunity to hit easy shurikens, you should be taking it, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, do you live? I'm glad you lived here. Okay, the fight's changed now. Now is more of a reason to take a more aggressive angle. Would you agree? Your Zarya is
Yeah,
actually in the fight. She's low HP though, so we do have to consider that. So
I should take one of the windows, either side, maybe.
yeah, it might be too aggressive to take the window right now. I think you should be, because if you had cooldowns, I would say yeah, but look, you have 5 seconds on
Oh
your
yeah,
dash, so you don't have your cooldowns and you don't have full HP. So if you had resources, yes. So I would say be patient until you have your resources back and then try to find an angle.
okay.
So we're looking for opportunities. We've got cooldowns coming up. Now we're looking for an opportunity. Is this an opportunity to dash?
No.
No,
It's
correct.
done.
It's not. So if you dash now, you're going to die. Is this a reason to use deflect?
Nope, because no one's looking at me, no one's...
No.
Only reason I used it there is just because I was in front, I was in their faces.
Yeah.
But I didn't need to, I could just go out.
Yeah. Good. That's a low HP person is definitely a reason to dash. This is a good dash. She should die. Good. That is a perfect example of being patient and being rewarded for it. Now you need to be a bit careful though, because you've got Azaria literally on top of your head. So now, once you've got the kill, yeah, once you've got the kill, so you did well, you got the kill, good job. Now don't die. Good, you got out, good. That's fine. I'm completely happy with that. I think you did the right thing there.
I see the soldier.
You should go fight him. I would go fight him. He's low. I'd wall climb up here and kill him.
I don't know what I did. I tried to do it, but I couldn't.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. And then he's gone.
Oh, and then you dashed. Okay. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That will come with time when you play Genji more.
Just being reactive to those.
I think it's because you jumped into the wall and the jump ended when you got to the bottom, so it didn't trigger it. So instead of jumping, just walk into the wall whilst holding space and it will work every time. It's like just run normally into the wall and hold space. That's all you have to do.
Oh no, it'll get over that ledge thing at the end.
Yeah, it should. You shouldn't even need to. It should do it automatically. You shouldn't even need to climb it. I'm pretty sure you can just. Go on.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
It's weird. It's his techs are weird. Not his techs. His
Yeah, it is a bit weird,
his
but
abilities are weird. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can climb that all in one without. Okay, so we've been given an opportunity. So we're losing right now. We've been given another opportunity to win the game because you got the dash on the Mei. You killed her. Almost got the soldier. Because of that, you've been given another opportunity to win the game. So are you gonna use it wisely? So. Where's the fight going to be? It's the same question you ask yourself every time. Where's the fight going to be? Their team's quite far away. They might come to the high ground. So I'm going to say around here is where the fight's going to be. Based on that, where do you want to be? Probably on the high ground. Like, whenever you're in these games, 99% of the time, the right answer is high ground. Not every time. Most of the time, the answer is high ground. Here it is, because you can scout here to see if they're coming. You can scout. Scouting is important to know which direction they're coming from. See where you go. So look, they're here. If you were up here now, you would know they're all coming high ground, or the Mei at least. You did. Perfect. So you made the right call. Good. This is exactly what you want. You can't kill her though. You need to recognize that she's not going to die right now. But you've scouted her and you know she's there. I would not recommend dashing in right now. She's got all cooldowns, full HP. You're not full HP. I would just say, so the way that this next fight is probably going to be won is through your blade. You're 92.
Yeah.
No one else has ults that can kill. So the way your win condition for this fight is your blade. Because if you win the fight with this blade, that will mean that these two ults are available for the fight after. So you need to not take any 50-50s in this situation. You want to take low risk plays, play for your blade, kill with the blade. There's no point taking a high risk when you have blade to win the fight.
Yeah.
So that's you should disengage. You should disengage. Finish your left click that you're doing and leave. You force the wall, I like that. So she still has her ice. Don't dash before ice. Shoot until ice and then dash after. Okay, she's a gold player, so she died. Fine. That was still a bad play. You still should have not dashed, because she would have just... If she had a brain cell, she would have iced there.
Iced, yeah.
So shoot until the ice and dash after. Now you've been given an opportunity though. So you've got your blade here. I wouldn't say this is a blade opportunity right now, because you don't know how many bubbles Zarya has. How many does she have? 1.5. She can, and she has grav. She can. Zarya can really ruin your day with, because she can just bubble whoever you dash to, and she can grab you. So this is not an opportunity to blade, and it's not an opportunity to dash. I'm going to slow it down. Look at this. She needs to die. I'm not against the dash. I'm not against the dash. The dash got the kill. That's fine. Okay.
She wasted on.
Yeah, I'm not against this because your Moira's no, their Moira's dead. I'm not against this because if you lose this fight, then the game's over. So you have to win it. So I'm okay with this blade.
I play this badly though. I dash in, I get none. I think.
The soldier needs to be the one you go for. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He might say, okay, that's fine.
I got him. Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm okay with that blade. I'm completely okay. You killed 2. That's a good blade.
Oh, okay.
That's a good blade. You bladed your mechanics weren't perfect, but I don't care about mechanics. I'm not going to coach your mechanics right now. I'm coaching your decisions.
Positioning and
yeah. Because decisions win games, not mechanics. Decisions will make you right. Like the mechanics come with time, but
with time, yeah, exactly.
But decisions you can fix instantly if you just know.
So that's why like
go on.
You have like really high level like CS:GO players or Valorant players come to Overwatch. They just get to like diamond instantly.
Yeah.
Because they know what to do. They know how to play, and they have good mechanics too.
So you did well. You carried with your blade. Where's the next fight? It's the same. This is like you just need to be in the habit every time. Where's the next fight going to be? Because it's overtime, they get longer spawns. I don't know if you know that. They do. So the longer overtime goes on, the more that spawn times increase.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they get longer. They get longer.
10 seconds.
No, it increases. It gets to the point where it's like 15 or more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So they're not going to get here in time.
Yeah.
To fight here. The fight's not happening here.
Happening.
Probably here. It looks like a far away, but because they're so far away and they have spawns, it's realistically going to be here.
And if they just go in, they're going to stagger in.
Yeah. How are we going to position then if it's going to be here? Probably in this high ground, right? Probably poke. This is an aggressive poke. You could still do it. Maybe this would be better using this wall, just poking from here. That's a nice poke. And then if the fight's going to be here, you'll disengage or you'll find an opportunity. But for now, you don't really need to be pushing the point. The fight might not be on this corner. I forget how fast that thing moves. The fight's not going to be here. The fight's going to be here. It'll be here. Maybe here. I doubt it. I'd say it's going to be here. Okay. We have that information. How are we going to use it? This is probably your angle then, isn't it? Because if you plan your positioning before the fight, it means that you don't have to like decide during the fight. You haven't got. It's just one because Overwatch is a hectic game, so you have to make decisions a lot. So if you can make as many decisions before the fight as possible, it means that you can focus on the other decisions more.
Yeah.
Because there's so many micro decisions to make. So you want to like every time you want to decide where you're going to play before the fight starts, because it's so difficult when the fight's being hectic and stuff. It's really difficult to think about positioning, isn't it? So if you think about it before the fight, it will give you so much more time to think about other things. So this could be your like passive angle, and this could be your aggressive angle. Okay. So you could have a passive and aggressive angle for every place. Because right now you could be poking this Moira, she can't do anything back to you. Just farming ult charge. Like as soon as you use your blade, you're back to farming the next blade, so you can carry it again.
Yeah. So he ulted, so
you visor. Yeah, you deflect that.
I don't know why. I thought he was in dash range.
Yeah, that's a mechanical thing, so I'm not going to flame you for mechanics. I don't know if you would have died even if you hit the dash, because of the Kiri cleanse.
Yeah, true. So I think I actually die here, and then we just
that's
they kind of snowball.
I feel for you on that one, because that's a really tough decision to make.
Yeah, I've got no cooldowns. I'm just kind of here.
You're going to die here, 100%. It's just
definitely. Yeah.
You had to go all in, and you had to either kill him or die. That's
Get
it.
killed. Yeah.
It's very risky. I don't like to take big risks in overtime. I mean, yeah, you could, but if you die, the game's over. And if we look at our win condition, we have a grav. So I'll ask you this to help you see. Oh wow, That's 20 seconds ago. Well, I'll talk about it. I'll ask you this. Remember what I said earlier? When you don't need to make a play if you're pushing the cart for free.
Yeah.
If you would have used that information there, you might not have dashed. So, dashing into him was an example of making a play, okay? You tried to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's low, but that's not in dash range. It's a mechanical thing if you don't know that's dash range. That is not... If you dash from here, you won't kill him. That's annoying, but I'll say... Why are you making a play when... No one's actually in danger of dying to this visor, except you. You put yourself in danger. Like, he can't actually kill anyone if you just stay here. He's not going to kill you. He's not going to kill anyone. And we're pushing the point for free.
So we could
So
just kind of
yeah, so I get
play
that.
the safe,
I get that I get that you tried to make a play, but it wasn't necessary to make a play.
Okay.
But that was a tough decision. I don't want to flame you too much for that because that was a really tough decision. Most people would have done the same thing. But if you would have recognized before the fight, oh, we have grav, easy win. We'll just win with grav. I'll wait for the grav and then I'll dash into the grav because it's a free dash.
Yeah.
So I'll wait for the grav, I'll dash in. But if you'd have just pressed tab once, you'd see that your Zarya has grav and you'd say, okay, I'll just wait for the grav and dash in. You tried to make a play because you didn't recognize that it wasn't necessary. If we had no ults, I would say make that play, yeah. But because we have the grav is the reason we win this. Which is unfortunate that if you die here, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of snowball here, I think.
Because now our Zarya, if our Zarya is a good Zarya, she's going to grab these two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but they all...
She's not a good Zarya, don't worry. She's not a good Zarya. She's going to die with grav, yeah.
Yeah.
So a good Zarya would have grabbed them, those two there, because it makes sense, and then the good Genji would dash into the grav and kill two. Unlucky. I'll say unlucky.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't think you played badly at all. I think you played well. I think you didn't play perfectly, but I think you played good. I think that now what we talked about is going to help you a lot. So the three things that I wrote down are premium positions, the Bastion form usage, and paying attention to your own tank. Those are the things you need to focus on. So next time you go into a comp game, which if you have time, you should probably do it now. Maybe choose one at a time. I'll write these to you as well so you don't lose them. So for the first game, just do what I did. Choose a premium position for every fight. So you think, where's the fight gonna happen? And then with that information, I'll say, where am I gonna stand based on where the fight's gonna happen? Yeah. So do that until it becomes an instinct. You should do that until you do it without thinking about it. You'll get to the point. Yeah, if you keep doing it, you'll get to the point where you don't have to think about your position. You just know where to stand. And with your Bastion specifically, you need to be really careful about how you use your shift. And it's a very expensive cooldown, so you can't waste it. But that's more Bastion specific. That's not really general. The general tips I'll give you are premium positions and paying attention to your tank, or not just your tank, your team. So just doing this every now and then. So that's what I think. If you just incorporate those two things, you're going to rank up a lot. Just do that occasionally, and plan your positioning before the fight.
Okay.
So I think that's pretty much it.